Oh! As always, flowing from the Survival Scrolls, I am your gracious host, Mr. Bobby Shades, and this is Bridging Fears. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you, is America disappearing? Are your rights disappearing? Something to think about. So let's start. I was sitting there, I was thinking about it. Are your rights as a citizen of these United States disappearing? We have mandated masks. We have mandated 6 feet apart. We have COVID vaccine shots that are now being mandated across the nation. There are governors and the likes, many Trump supporter followers, those that feel that we are living in a socialist society. I don't even know what a damn socialist society is. Cut your mouth. But you have those that are gonna say that, like you lived in the period of Stalin, in the Kremlin, in the early part of the 19th century, or rather even the 20th century. Cut it out. But nonetheless, you have individuals that feel that our rights in these United States are disappearing. Middle class disappearing. The mere fact that many people are making $12, $15 an hour minimum wage when one's rent is $1,200, $1,500, $1,800, depending on where in the United States. Some people say, "Oh, well, if you move over there, everything balances out. The budget balances out." Yeah, but it's still $900, let's say in a particular state, making $12, $11, unless you're in a niche field, So middle class is disappearing and the likes. So I ask you, family, are the rights and the citizens of these United States disappearing slowly but surely? Do you feel that you're on a hamster wheel? You're trying to make do, but you just can't. You just keep going and going and going. And where did the money go? I remember a couple months back, I went to McDonald's. I'm in the Northeast, by the way. And I had gotten 6-piece nuggets and fries. That thing was like $8 and change. I was like, what? Where's a $1 menu meal? Like, I couldn't understand it. I couldn't fathom that concept of that much money, And since the pandemic has slowed down, a lot of things have gone up. I drive. The price of gas has gone up. The price of bread, a loaf of bread, has gone up. I'm sure many of you mothers, and fathers too, in all fairness, are saying, damn, you can only but stretch $1 so much. So family, again, let me ask you, is the American or Americans, your righs, your privileges, maybe I shouldn't say your privileges, because compared to other nations that are either war-torn or under a heavy-duty rule, such as Russia, China, I guess we're in a better position. But living in these United States, is it the business that it once was? For all cultures, black, white, and the likes. Not to take away those that are doing well. I'm sure there are people out there that are doing quite well for themselves. Have a very good living, and the 401ks and the bonuses at the end of the year because they're in a particular field or they have a particular title. So I'm not going to take away from those people. I'm talking about the average Joe that lives paycheck to paycheck. And even that is a difficult task at hand. The American dream. comparing it to other nations of someone else coming from another country, I guess the American dream could still be considered alive. But comparing it to the struggle, the everyday middle class that's totally disappearing struggle. There are a lot of white males, I don't know what the age categories, that are feeling that they are disappearing, that their rights and their privileges and whatnot. We saw that in, what was it, Charleston? You know, when they came with the tiki torches and they felt that they're disappearing, that jobs are being given to other cultures, so forth and so on. So if they're complaining, imagine the average black and brown individual that is struggling, that is going through some serious hardship. You know, imagine that, trying to stretch a dollar, trying to make a dollar out of 15 cents. And our rights, these mandated actions, bills that are passed and whatnot, they're in the vein of saving lives, preserving life. But is there a bigger picture? I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, so to speak, but is there a bigger picture behind the scenes? You know, during the period of the Holocaust and during the period of the starvation of millions in India, Big Brother, the echelons of society, the puppet masters that rule, the lawmakers and whatnot, they do various acts to see how the mass will respond before they start to, you know, give hardcore pushback. For instance, we had Occupy Wall Street across the nation, and there were occupations of tents and people sitting around, you know, they're occupying, you know, the upper class and this and that. And it was allowed for a couple weeks until one day the word was given, clean it up. Government came in, reserves were called, National Guards were called, police were called, and they cleaned it up in a couple of hours. They started to formulate that pushback and be like, no, we're the ones that control it. Is America heading in that direction or not? So I want you guys to ponder that, to think about it. Are the rights of the citizens of the United States disappearing? Is the average man and or woman, black and or white, yellow, pink, blue, whatever color, whatever culture, are they slowly but surely disappearing? Is the struggle so real that the stress is that high, that the rate of death and or sickness has become more and more and more prevalent? Something to think about, family. Definitely something to think about. Anyway, it's the end of the day. Thought I'd leave you guys with this. I am your gracious host, Mr. Bobby Shades. This is Bridging Fears. And I'll see you guys in the next clip. Stay lovely, stay sexy, but most of all, stay safe. Take care, family.